Hey, what is up, guys? It's me, Eddie, and I am back with another episode of Steins Gate, my darlings embrace. I don't know what is going on with my stream. Okay, everything seems to be fine. Cool. Let me just check volume and stuff real quick. Alright, yeah, everything seems fine. Okay. Shit, where was it? I believe this is where I am supposed to be. Okay, hold on. Now, okay, so what does the game recommend to me? Everything is set up. Oopsies. Okay, on August 7th, when prompted to open your phone, choose... Okay, dawn ratio. Oopsies. Okay, so what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to send the D-mail as soon as I can. Navigate to your contacts list and choose the only... And this should be Moeka's route. You can send up to 3 D-mails, a full 6 with Japanese letters, or 1 byte 12 English characters each. With proper timing and concise writing, we can deliver a message within the character limit. I have to be careful. I told myself just as much the other day. Kurisu, she's so adorable. Like she said, we won't end up in this situation if we put the kibosh on its development. The message will read, stop new gadget development at once. That should be enough. Okay. We are officially on the Moeka route. I'm hit by an intense wave of vertigo. The scenery around me loses color, distorts, and the ceiling and floor merge into one. Everything is engulfed in chaos. And I don't even know whether I'm sitting still or whether I'm sitting or standing up. Then, let me turn up the volume a little. It finally subsides. There's some saying about keeping one's feet on the ground. I think I just experienced the opposite. My very existence feels unstable. I'm overcome with an intense fear. Anxiety. However, it only lasts a moment. Right now, I'm standing with my feet firmly planted on the floor. This sensation, and the reality that even though I should have been in the development room, my body has moved seemingly by itself. There's no mistaking it. The D-mail worked. The second route, folks. Number 12 is no longer on my right arm. Number 12 isn't... While number 12 is gone, I'm grasping a different object in my hands. What is this? No, of course I know what this is. What I meant to say is, why am I holding something like this? Why am I holding a... No.
ちょっとオカリン、何ぼーっとしてんのさ。ほら、セッション始めようぜ。
Wait, what am I holding?
なんなのだ、これは
！Melancholia lost happiness. Yo! Okay! No matter how much I look at it, I'm holding an electric bass, one for a left-handed user no less. Yo! But it's not just me. When I look around, I see pretty much every lab man holding their own musical instruments. What exactly is going... Yo, this is awesome!
オカリン、どうしたの？演奏会始めないの？
Hey, is Okabe a lefty? He might be.
まゆしまゆし、演奏会じゃなくてセッションだお、セッション。
別にどっちでもいいわよ。そんなことより早く始めましょう。
でもほら、さっきからオカリンがボケーっとしちゃってんだよね。
なになに？岡部倫太郎。もしかしてあれだけ人に練習しとけって言って自分は全然してないとか？
Everyone speaking like this is all totally normal.
それともひょっとしてあいつのことを思い出しちゃったのかにゃ？あのクリスマスライブの日、フェイリスたちを残して行っちゃったあいつのことを。
Hold on, I'm gonna move myself just a little bit more to the side. There we go. Or maybe he's thinking about you-know-who, nya. Remember Christmas Eve when he left us all behind for her? What? Nonsense pours from Ferris's mouth, as per the usual. At least I have a grasp on the situation now.
俺たちはバンドをしているのだ。
What the hell is going on?
しているのだなって言い出したのあんただろうが。
俺がバカを言え。なぜ俺がいきなりバンドやろうぜなどと言わなきゃならんのだ。
ならんのだっつっても実際にオカリンが言い出したんじゃんか。
そうそう、ニコニア動画の第1回好きなアニソンやってみたで賞金をゲットしてラボの資金に当てるぞーって。
ニコニア動画
Nico, I mostly know that from, what's it? Billy Harrington's, little speech. Nico, Nico, do ya? Yes, we can! Oh my god. I don't remember the exact words. I'm gonna have to go listen to that again after this.
そうだよ。なんかね、投票で一番人気のあった動画に賞金が出るんだって。ラボメン全員で演奏してそれに応募するぞーって。いきなり
お前楽器はできるか
なんて聞いてくるからびっくりしちゃったよね。
It's all clear now. Following the D-Mail's warning, I gave up on developing the new gadgets. Instead decided to use this contest to try and fund the lab.
ちなみに楽器はフェイリスさんが借りてきてくれたんだお。
Yeah, that stands to reason.
お店のお客さんたちに頼んだら快く貸してくれたにゃ。
By the way, I actually do want to say something. Apparently, the Luca route, which I initially went up on the first time, is the one that's supposed to be the second to last. And the last one, my Yuri's route, which was, you know, the basic route you get at the end of Steins Gate, is the hardest one. So, you know. Ferris asked customers at the store, and they were more than happy to loan them out, Nyan. That doesn't at all surprise me. The customers admit Queen Nyan squared. One flash of Ferris's winning smile is enough to get every single one of them to say okay to any request. But still, seriously, a band? This is important, so I'll say it again. Seriously, a band?
でも知らなかったな。橋田至がドラムできるなんて。
ドラムなんてやったことないよ。
Uh-oh.
え？でも何の楽器やりたいって言われた時真っ先にドラムだって。
Oh, lordy.
いやーだってほら僕ってばどう見てもドラムって感じだしさ。
Yeah, can't disagree with that. Sure, drums. Oil drums, to be exact. What does that mean?
だけどやったことないのに大丈夫なの？
It'll be fine. Trust the system.
それなら心配いらないよ。ゲーセンで鍛えた僕の腕前はそんじょそこらのドラマーには負けないっつーの。これでも秋葉のゲーセンじゃ神と呼ばれたほどの腕前なんだぜ。
Huh.
へえ、そうなんだ。すごいじゃん。
As far as I'm aware, those aren't actual drums. They're just accessories for a certain taiko drum game, but I decide not to needlessly open my mouth.
でもすずさんとクリスちゃんがギターできるっていうのもびっくりだよ。
Seriously, huh?
できるって言っても私はコードを押さえるくらいしかできないけど。
それでも十分だって。わかんないところは教えてあげるし。
ありがとう。
Judging by what she said, it seems Suzuha is pretty good. Drums, guitars, and...
フェイリスはキーボードか。
このキーボードだけはフェイリスの自前なんだにゃ。
Oh,
この前聞かせてもらったんだけど、フェリスちゃんピアノすっごく上手なんだよ。子供の頃からずっと習ってたから、あれくらいは簡単にゃ。
huh. Now that's reassuring. Now
ところ
that's
でマユ
reassuring.
お前は何も持っていないようだが。
ちゃんと持ってるよ。
Is she the singer? Mai proudly holds out a tambourine. Oh, okay.
マユシーはね、タンバリンちゃん担当なのです。
Did this band really need a tambourine? Why not? I mean, I get the tambourines and tambourine players are pretty great and all. Don't get me wrong. But as far as I can imagine, since the concept was for everyone to play an instrument, this is what we came up with for Mayuri as a last resort. If that's the case, the remaining two people must also be in charge of some sort of part. What could the last two be? I'm struck with the realization. That's right, how could I forget the most important part of the band like this, the vocals?
ルカ子、引っ込み思案のお前が
Nice!
ずいぶん思い切ったものだな。まあだがその引っ込み思案を直すのにはちょうどいい機会かもしれん。
京馬さん、ごめんなさい。何のことを言ってるんですか？
何のことって、お前がボーカル担当なのではないのか？
ボーカル？僕が？
Oh, come on!
ボーカルだなんて僕そんな大それた役できません。
Oh, come on! Sorry, I'm not following shit. Sorry. You know what? Actually, if I'm that small, I probably could fit myself over here. Anyways.
何？違うのか？
はい、僕はコーラスで参加するだけです。だから後ろでひっそりと。
It's not Lukaku? Then that means...
ボーカル担当は誰だ？
You. My eyes dart around the room. Not a single person steps forward. I'm the vocalist. Moeka. I look back and forth at my phone screen and the face of the sender. What? Wait, I think I do remember something like this in the opening video. You're the vocalist. I tap my phone screen, replying in silence. Mocha nods back at me. I look around one more time, as though sensing exactly what I want to ask. Everyone nods simultaneously.
バカな！この指圧師がボーカルだと？
Yo, don't be rude.
一体どういうチョイスをしたらそういう編成になるのだ？
You did. Oh.
何？今何と言った？
だからくじ引き。
They drew straws.
くじ引き。ボーカルといえばバンドの中でも最重要ポジションではないか。その大切なパートをくじ引きで決めたというのか？
I would be surprised if you were the one that instated that policy.
しょうがないじゃない。他の人は楽器担当だし、じゃあ残った人でってなったら誰も自分がって人がいなかったんだから。
And that's why they decided to draw straws.
エリスちゃんやりたがってたんだけどね。ピアノは習ってたけど、弾き語りは演奏とはまた違うスキルが必
Oh,
要
come
だから
on. Ferris would have
諦
been
める。
great. Oh my god, wait, if you put Ferris up in front. Oh, I have to think about the opportunity cost. Yeah, she's good at playing piano, but if you put her up at the front, you could have gotten all the. Oh my god.
そうか。
But still, shining fingered, can she even sing? I've barely heard her speak normally, never mind sing. Oh, what?
もともとやりたいわけじゃないから。それにやっぱり私には向いてない。
とにかくやってみないとわかんないんじゃないかな。ね、マキセクリス。
そうね。っていうか大体岡部、あんたはどうなのよ。人のこと言えるの？
何？
Wait, you haven't explained the fact that you did the D-mail leap thingy to anyone else yet. As far as they know, you're just going insane.
やはりバンドの幹となるのはベースだから俺がベースをやるぞ。うわーはっはっはとかなんとか言ってたけど、あんたはちゃんとベースを弾けるんだろうな。
あ、俺は
Am I? I wouldn't have said something as bold as that if I didn't have a plan. But knowing myself, I might not actually have had a plan. You are so real for that, Okabe. Me too.
まさか法王院京馬ともあろう人が自分もできないくせに人のこととやかく言ったりしないわよね。
Oh my god, I love Kurisu so much. Oh.
実は俺は D メールを使ってたった今この世界線に来たばかりなのだ。
Okay, so here's the thing. You should have said that earlier because now it just sounds like an excuse.
岡部、どうせ
I
嘘
told
つ
you
くならもっ
so.
とマシな嘘にして。
I told you so.
嘘ではない。俺はついさっき D メールを使用して気づいたらここにベースを持って立っていたのだ。
オカリン、いくらなんでも今のタイミングでそれは誰も信じらんねえよ。
Exactly. What did I tell you? Everyone in the room is looking at me with pity. Or they think I'm making excuses. But what have I done? Well, it's true that I only just arrived here. I totally screwed up the timing to tell them. You did!
オカリン、オカリン。
Mayuri, my best childhood friend and my eternal ally, comes up to me and whispers into my ear.
ここのところオカリンは一生懸命練習してたからきっと大丈夫だよ。
練習？俺が？
分かってるよ。練習してることはみんなには内緒なんだよね。だから
Oh no! Oh no! I see. So that's how it is. It would seem that in this world, like I have been practicing the bass in secret. Of course, I have no idea if the results of that practice were inherited by me, since I'm from a different world line, but they say playing a musical instrument is all about muscle memory, so there shouldn't be a problem. I can do this. Oh, you are so fucking cooked, my guy. Oh. I have zero guarantee this will work out, but I feel like I can do anything. With the wind at my back, it's time to test out my new abilities.
とにかくこうして集まったんだし、一度全員で合わせてみようぜ。
そうだな。賛成だ。
あら、さっきは自信なさそうだったのに、ずいぶん威勢がいいじゃない。
Just you watch, Christina. Oh, this is gonna end so poorly. Oh no. I'll definitely make you eat your words. Ah.
じゃあ行くお。みんな用意はいいな。
Oh my god. On Daru's signal, everyone gets into a standby position.
行くぜワン、ツー、ワン、ツー、スリー
Wait a second. I realize a problem. I realize the problem, right? So here's the thing. Even if you're good at playing the instrument on your own individually, you guys haven't been practicing together, have you?
ギャフン。
あんたね、あれだけ自信満々に言うから、もしかしたらこっそり練習でもしてるんじゃないかと思ったけど、全然じゃないか。
In the end, either the me in this world I did actually practice at all, or I didn't inherit that me's abilities. I don't know which is the case, but I do know that I'm terrible.
お前こそ一人で先走って他の人間と全く会ってなかったではないか。
しょうがないだろうが、誰かとセッションするなんて初めてのことだったんだ。
へっ、これだからぼっちは
Bochi. Goto Hitori. Okay, fun fact, did you know that there's an even older character than Goto Hitori, whose name is actually Hitori Bochi? I found that interesting.
いやー、やっぱゲーセンのゲーム
Oh
と
my
リアルは
God.
違うってことに気づいたわ。
Oh, okay, I see how it is.
これは思った以上だね。
Given their actual experience, Suzuha and Farish were fine. On the flip side, everyone else was so bad you want to cover your eyes, or your ears in this case. And the icing on this shitty cake?
指圧師。
Considering how garbage I am at bass guitar, I didn't want to be the one saying this, but
何ではない。なんだ今のは。
did you say something at the end there? I couldn't hear it.
お前はボーカルなのだろうが、それがなぜ歌わずに歌詞だけをメールで送ってくる。
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I open up my text screen and thrust my phone into her face. Oh. During the noise we called a performance, Moga didn't make a single sound, instead of sending countless emails to my cell phone.
いいか、うまい下手は置いておくとして、せめて声を出さなければ意味がないではないか。
I'm sorry, please don't get angry, you're scary when you're upset. Moeka. Shiny some sniffle! Oh no! Oh no! At this rate, we won't even be able to make a submission video, let alone win. Oh my god, she looks so sad. This is hilarious.
どうするオカリン
Oh my god. Oh, you all are. It's a group of idiots.
どうするとはどういう意味だ。
だから動画投稿さすがにこれじゃ無理じゃね。
バカを言え。当然するに決まっている。
あんた本気？とてもじゃないけど、さっきのは演奏ってレベルじゃねえぞ。
そんなものは本番までに何とかすればいい。
When is the competition?
ダメだこいつ、目が本気だ。
マジかよ。
Once Hoin Kyoma says he's going to do something, he does it. No turning back, ever! That is so based of you, Okabe. This is why we love you. There's a knock at the door.
おう、俺だ。天王寺だ。
Uh-oh.
なぜミスター・ブラウンがここに？
もしかしてうるさくしちゃったから怒ってきたのかも。
This is bad. Mr. Braun is merciless. I can beg and plead. I think he's actually here to help now. I can beg and plead as much as I want, but it won't make a difference. Knowing him, he'll take a great pleasure in uttering the words, rent increase.
わかってるぜ。いるんだろ。入るぜ。
Mr. Braun comes stomping into the room.
おー。
As soon as he enters, he starts looking around the room. The expression on his face is impossible to read.
ミスター・ブラウンよ。これにはいろいろとやむにやまれぬ事情があるのだ。だからここは一つ穏便に。
やってるみてえだな。
いやだからそこをなんとか。
What did he just say? It looks like we're really at it.
萌えかから聞いてるぜ。バンドの練習してんだってな。
Yo, I knew
差
it.
し入れ持ってきてやったぜ。
Yo, baby. He hands me a massive paper bag.
ありがとう。
Oh, Mr. Braun, thank you so much. I can smell something sweet from inside the bag. It must be a cake or something. Wait, more importantly, what did Mr. Braun mean? I heard everything from Mocha. I'm sure that's what he said.
ミスター・ブラウン。あなたは指圧師と知り合いなのか？
指圧師？誰だそれ？
萌えかだ。桐生萌えか。
なんで萌えかが指圧師なんだよ。
いや、それにはまあいろいろと。そんなことよりも指圧師との関係を教えてもらいたい。一体どういう関係なのだ？
As far as I know, Mr. Braun and Mocha and Mr. Braun have nothing in common. Oh, you sweet summer child. At the very least, it was like that in the previous world line. I think.
そういや、おめえには話してなかったか。萌えかはな、まあ俺の知り合いの娘で、ちょっと事情があって、今俺が身元保証人になってる。
Isn't she an adult though?
言ってみりゃ、親代わりみたいなもんだ。
I thought she was an adult. She is.
親代わり？ミスター・ブラウンが
Well, no, I don't think she's an adult. She is an adult. What do you... Wait, what? I look at Mocha, tightly gripping the microphone in the middle of the room. She quietly nods. They're not joking. Then that means in this world line, Mocha and Mr. Braun are basically family.
ま、そういうわけだから、バンド練習するってのも萌えかから聞いて知ってたっつうわけだ。まあ、遅くまででかい音出して近所迷惑になるようなことがなけりゃ多めに見てやるよ。
Yo, thank you so much. This is so based.
そうか。
そんじゃ、俺は行くからよ。
Mr. Braun leaves a lab behind. In any case, now that we have Mr. Braun's approval, we can move forward and put this thing together.
よし、許しも出たことだし、もう一度練習するぞ。指圧師、今度はメールではなく、ちゃんと歌うのだぞ。
Shining finger, no more emails. Use your voice and sing.
前処する。
じゃあ行こう。
Oh my god.
ワン、ツー、ワン、ツー、スリー。
Oh my god, no. This is gonna end... This will go slightly better than last time, but not that much. Of course, even after all that, it's not like we'd suddenly become awesome. Today ends up being a total wash and everyone heads off to practice on their own. But still, a video contest, a band, acquiring funds for this lab is important and all, but Mocha's the lead vocalist. Will we really be able to win? I know apparently I apparently started all this, but even I'm not sure we can pull it off. I'm walking on the Akiba Bridge connecting UPX and Dabiru. Huh. In my hand is the bass practice book that I just bought. The great Hoin Kiyoma can't afford to look like a fool. Damn it, Christina, I'll show you a thing or two. By the way, this practice book only costs 105 yen at a used bookstore. How much is that in, It's like $10, isn't it? It's pretty old, but I have little choice in the matter. So? That sounds like a steal. All you need to do is return to the lab and start practicing. I got an email. It's from Shining Finger. Mocha, eh? What does she need? I'm in the middle of shopping. In the middle of shopping? Me too. What a coincidence. Mocha. What the hell? How does she know I was shopping? Just in case I look behind me. As I expected, Mocha's standing right there. What the hell? It's really hot today. Oh my god. I mean, I'm sure this is like pretty infuriating in real life, but like, it's just funny because of the game. What is this?
Shining Finger よ。いい加減に、こうやってどうでもいい会話までメールで送ってくるのはやめろ。
Mocha gives me a confused look, as if she wasn't expecting me to say that. Not that I could actually tell what's running through her mind. Her expression had barely changed. I think I saw her tilt her head, though.
昨日も言ったが、歌うためにはまず声を出さねばならないのだ。それは分かっているな。
Mocha remains silent and nods.
それなのに、こんな些細なことまでメールで送ってどうする？
But Mocha. wait. I skipped that too. But Mocha. Oh my god. Oh my god. Demo. I'm really not good at talking to people, Mocha. This is I mean, I've known this for a while, but this is like we've known this for a while. She is next level. Urgh! I didn't think she'd actually say it. Yeah. Do you think she's screwing you through at this stage, at this point in time, after everything? Mocha starts shaking her head from side to side.
視圧しよう。お前はなぜそこまで喋らなくなったのだ？お前も好き好んでそうなったわけではあるまい。理由は何だ？なぜそうなった？
Mocha's expression hardly changed up until now, but I can see a clear frown forming on her lips. Maybe she doesn't want to talk about it. Aww. But the reality is, Mocha is going to struggle with this going forward. We might be able to help her out. That's the spirit, Okabe. Help her out. She's cute.
言いたくないのかもしれないが、できれば教えてくれ。でないと、バンドの件だって挑戦する前から失敗に終わってしまう可能性がある。
Mocha remains silent. She stands still for some time without even sending me an email. She's back to looking expressionless, making it difficult to tell what she's thinking. Then, after waiting 3 minutes,
昔
Mocha finally opens her mouth. I lean over to hear her quiet voice.
昔何もかも嫌になって生きてる意味がわからなくなって死のうって思った時天王寺のおじさんが親身になって助けてくれて
We do know this from the original game, though. But, aw. This is all much heavier than I anticipated. Okabe, I'm gonna be honest with you here. Someone with communication levels to that degree probably has some serious trauma going on, and I mean, I do admit, right? I mean, like, it should be obvious. Like, someone that's this dysfunctional probably had some really crazy shit happen to them. If nothing else, it looks like she's living a fairly normal life now. And judging by the tone of her email, she's actually a pretty bright person at heart. Which means it might be possible to fix this shyness problem she has. This isn't about shyness. This is beyond shyness, I'm gonna say. Nothing wrong with being a little shy. Like, look at Luca, right? Luca's fine. Luca's normal. Well, normal in the communication sense. You get what I'm saying.
今からラボに戻るぞ。お前を一人前の歌姫に育て上げるため、これからどうすればいいか、皆に意見を聞くことにする。
This is exactly the sort of situation that calls for a good old-fashioned brainstorm. I seen the emails to the other lab members. Since today's a Sunday, everyone should be able to make it.
よし、では行くぞ。
ちょっと
I take Mocha by the hand and head towards the lab. Whoa! Whoa, cool!
とまあ他にも会話が苦手だっていう事象の原因はいろいろと考えられるわ。
Dang, this is the first... We got everyone. Everyone in the frame. That's crazy. After waiting for everyone to gather at the lab, I explained the situation. Carissa is the first one to start voicing her thoughts. I'd expect no less from a neuroscience specialist, but neurons, synapses, hippocampus, hypothalamus, serotonin, noradrenaline, I have no idea what she's talking about. Hippocampus, I know what that is. Oopsies. Yeah. Yeah.
結局、早い話がどういうことなのだ？
要するに脳の機能から考えると会話が苦手な原因がどこにあるかというのは一概には言えないってことよ。
なんだそれは。そんなくだらん結論を言うために無駄な話を長々と続けていたのかお前は。
I just want to say, I don't think brain science is exactly necessary because... Well, it is, but, like, in this specific situation, because, like, Mocha's brain doesn't seem to, like, be working abnormally on, like, the structural foundational level. This calls for a psychologist, I'd say. Neuroscience is kind of overkill. You know, not very effective, because... You know... Feels like, again, more of a psychology problem than a neuroscience problem. Mocha's brain is pretty... I don't think she's suffered any blunt force trauma that's screwing things over.
そんな結論って説明しなきゃわかんないでしょうが。
説明しても対処法さえわからんのなら説明したところで意味がないではないか。
誰も対処法がわからないとは言ってない。
ではどうすればいいというのだ。
そ 桐生さんの症状から見ると原因は脳というよりも心の中に原因がありそうに思える。
That's what I've been saying. Well, the mind is a part of the brain, yes, but like, we're not gonna need to like reach in there and, you know, do surgery or anything like that.
だから催眠療法でその原因を取り除いてあげるのがいいと思う。
なんだそれは。長々と説明して結局オカルト的手法に頼るというのか。
催眠療法は別にオカルトじゃない。れっきとした科学の一部よ。現にアメリカでは医療や精神医学の分野でも積極的に取り入れられて、研究だって盛んに行われている。
いいだろう。では100歩譲って催眠療法が科学的であるとする。
How much is it gonna cost?
その催眠療法を誰がやってくれるというのだ。
A respectable hypnotherapist, I assume.
アメリカに行けば私の知り合いの先生を紹介できるけど。
What?
そんな時間も金もあるわけないだろう。これだからセレセブは。
Sell himself.
セレセブ言うな。大体何よその言い草は。あんたが桐生さんに楽しく会話をさせちゃおう計画を発動するから考えてくれって言うから、一生懸命考えてあげたんじゃないの。
考えてくれとは言ったが、あくまでも現実的な範囲での話だ。それから今回の計画はそんなかっこ悪い名前ではない。ちゃんとオペレーションローレレイという名がついているのだ。
Wait, I actually don't know that. Huh. Wait, so they're like the sirens. Okay. Interesting.
何よ。だったら最初からあんた一人で考えればいいじゃない。
I'm still so surprised that Kurisu's VA has like barely done anything outside of Kurisu herself.
それができんから皆の意見を聞いているのではないか。
だったらもう少し意見を聞くっていう態度を示しなさいよ。
まあまあ、二人ともそう興奮しないにゃ。
By the way, I just remembered Ferris is absolutely tiny. Kurisu and I start our usual bickering, but Ferris steps in to stop us.
ここはこのフェイリスに任せてほしいにゃ。
なるほど。フェイリスさんならコミュニケーションのプロみたいなもんだもんね。
He's not wrong. Ferris could indeed come up with a good idea or two. Considering how many customers she converses with every day at May Queen Yon Squared, I'd expect nothing less.
そうだにゃ。やっぱりあれだにゃ。喋るときには別の設定を自分の中に作ればいいのにゃ。
設定。
そうにゃ。例えば萌えにゃんは実は異世界から来たお姫様で、この世界には萌えにゃんを探し出して亡き者にしようとする奴らが追っかけてきてるから、そのことを知られてはならないのにゃ。
This is surprise. Oh, this is surprise. I don't know. I'm just reminded how she's like secretly. Is she still around during this timeline? I don't think so.
だけど喋ってると時々つい癖でお姫様口調が出ちゃう。そんな設定を自分の中に作ってみるにゃ。そうすると自分の中に自分とは違う別の自分ができて喋りやすくなると思うにゃ。
お姫様、私が。
難しく考える必要はないにゃ。早速やってみるにゃ。
Come to think of it, have these two ever actually interacted before in the original game? I don't think so. Oh, this is not. It's not working.
やめだやめ。
なんでな、これからってところにゃのに。
It's not happening.
これからも何もない。そもそも喋るのが苦手と言っているやつに設定を作って喋れと言ってもできるわけがないだろうが。
そうかにゃ。
Besides, stuff like alien worlds and alternate identities, Various and myself aside, I doubt most people would have an easy time talking about that kind of... I don't know, I like it. I think it's fun.
他に何かいい方法を思いつくやつはいないか？ルカ子、お前はどうだ？
Hey there.
僕ですか？
Oh yeah, that's true. If we can't get the super good at communication person, why not get someone who's a bit closer?
そうだ。お前も引っ込み思案だからな。何か共感する部分があったりもするだろう。その分、何かいい方法を思いつくのではないか？
僕は確かに桐生さんの気持ちはわかります。やっぱり思ってることや気持ちを伝えるのってすごく勇気のいることだし。
I noticed that Lukaku was staring right at me, not Moeka.
なんだルカ子。お前、俺に何か言いたいことでもあるのか？
いえ、言いたいことというか。
なんだ、思っていることがあるならはっきり言うがいい。
思ってることだなんて、そんな急に言われても僕。
Oh.
こんなたくさん見てる前でなんてとてもじゃないけど言えないです。
His face turns bright red and he goes quiet. What's his deal? Oh lordy, he doesn't know. I look away from the now fidgeting Lukaku, surveying the faces of the other lab mems. Doesn't anybody have a good... Mayuri! I lock eyes with Mayuri, who's sitting with a spaced out look on her face. I guess that crisis lecture must have been so difficult that her brain's all scrambled up.
念のために聞くが、マユリは何か考えはあるか？
I'm not expecting much. Really? Mayuri's good at this.
マユシはもっとゆっくり焦らずに落ち着いて喋ればいいと思います。
ゆっくり。
そう、こんな感じでジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンはとっても美味しいよ。
ジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンはとっても美味しいよ。
でもオカリンが電子レンジを電話レンジちゃんにしちゃったから
Oh my
食べ
god.
られなくて悲しいのです。
でも岡部君が電子レンジを電話
Oh my
レンジちゃ
god.
んにしちゃったから食べられなくて悲しいのです。
やめだやめだ。地球の回転が遅くなったのかと思ってしまうではない
Oh,
か。
come on, Okabe! That was going great!
だるよ。お前は何か考えはないか？
Daru! I love the way he said that.
ようやく僕にお声がかかったとか遅すぎっしょ。
何？ということはかなりの明暗があると考えていいのか？
あたぼうよ。
では聞くが、その明暗とは？
エロゲのセリフを声を出してよ。
Okay, you
却
know...
下だ。
Rejected! Oh, God. Okay, moving on. Suzuha, we haven't asked you yet.
早っ。てかまだ全部言ってねえし。
聞かずとも判断がつくようなことを言うのが悪いのだ。
Yeah. No good, even Daro's useless. Then the only one left is...
最後、バイト選手は何かないか？
Well, my Yuri was great, though.
そうだね。でも橋田至の意見じゃないけど、何かを読むってのは悪くないんじゃないかな。
Yeah, like father, like daughter.
自分の言葉で言うのは苦手でも、朗読とかやったら自然と声が出てくるものなんじゃない？
朗読か。問題は何を読ませるかだな。こういう時のお約束は名作と呼ばれる文学作品だろうが。
Go with the cliche choice, why not?
それならマユシーにいい考えがあるよ。
漫画とかは却下だぞ。それは朗読の範囲に入らん。
Actually, not. It might. That's not such a bad idea.
漫画じゃないよ。マユシーがいいって言ったのは携帯小説なのです。
What's that?
携帯小説だと？それはっていうかみたいなとかいうあれか。
Well, actually, yeah. That's kind of how she already types, so that might be her an actual voice.
そういうのもあるかもしれないけど、おすすめの携帯小説があるのです。
Okay, okay.
ねえ、それってもしかして私の虹じゃない？
あれ、クリスチャンも読んでるんだ。それならフェイリスも読んでるにゃ。
Is that like popular amongst girls or something? Into
僕も読んでます。
私の虹か。それはそんなに有名なのか？
is it like something that is it like based off of some trend that's taking place in universe here?
あれオカリン知らない？
Wait, seriously?
現役女子高生が書いてるらしいってちょっ
Yo,
と前から結構な噂になってるよ。
this is either something that's going to be directly referenced in the game later on, or it is a reference to one of the other science adventure series. Knowing the game, it could really go either way. Really? Really?
ちょっと自堕落で大敗的な感じが今の女子高生の一面をよく表してるって評判で、携帯小説の中でもダントツ人気があるとか。
随分と詳しいな、ダル。まさかお前も読んでいるのか？
What's wrong with that?
もちろんそういうのはチャットなんかでも話題になるし、チェックしておかなきゃなのだぜ。
なんだ、みんな読んでいるのか？ということはバイト戦士もか？
She's probably like the one person who's not.
ああ、私は最近の流行りとかに疎くって。
念のために聞いておくが、始圧師は読んでいるのか？
一応。
Wow. It's just you two. It's just you, actually. Suzuha has the excuse of being out of time.
しかしそれならば話が早い。その私の虹とやらを音読してみるというのはどうだ？
それは。
Wait. Is she the one that's writing the story? It might be. That's a sudden idea. What if she's the one what if she's the writer? Huh? That was unexpected. It's unusual for Mocha to be so upfront about her intentions.
なぜだ？せっかく皆が出してくれたアイ
She's
デア
the
なら
writer, isn't she? It
悪
has
く
to
ない
be.
とは思わんか？
It has to be. That's I didn't think it would be this direct, but it might be. She's the writer. It has to be. Mocha goes completely silent. Is she that against it?
そっか。
She's the writer.
嫌なものを無理にさせるわけにもいかないよね。
It is so obvious. It's her. She's the writer. She is.
そうね。
You've hit a wall. Then Ferris looks at the clock and raises a surprised voice.
もうこんな時間だにゃ。フェイリスはメイクインに行かなきゃいけないんだにゃ。あ、私もお店に戻らないと店長に怒られる。
Suzuha and Ferris stand up at the same time.
じゃあしょうがないけど、桐生さんに楽しく会話をさせちゃおう計画はまた次回に持ち越しってことにしましょうか。
だからオペレーションローレレイだと言っているだろうに。
I mean, I do get you, man. I also hate it when my friends don't follow my silly names. And so the first strategy meeting for Operation Lorelei came to an abrupt end. Still, why is Mocha so opposed to reading that cell phone novel? 'Cause she's the writer! With the meeting over, Suzuha and Ferris leave in a hurry. Oh my god, it's so obvious. It's so obvious if you know all the tropes. Guys, I'm telling you, she is the writer. With the meeting over, Suzuha and Ferris leave in a hurry. Daru follows after the cat girl, of course he does, heading to May Queen Yan Square to satisfy his worldly desires. Mayuri sets up camp on the table, and Lukako helps her with Japanese language homework. Kurisu sits in front of the PC with a serious look on her face, reading essays emailed to her from America. Needless to say, they're all in English. I hate to admit it, but I have no idea what they're talking about. Only Mocha and I have free time. I start skimming through the practice book that I had bought earlier. Who could it be from? I don't even need to check the story. I could see Mocha pressing the buttons on her cell phone at light speed. Sure.
いいバイト？
Mocha nods back in silence.
それはまさか何かの販売員にでもなれというのではないだろうな。だったらお断りだ。俺は販売員にはならんし、さらに知人に勧めて販売員を増やすようなこともしない。
It's nothing like that. I'm currently working on a magazine that covers the occult. The problem is that we're short on articles and don't have many folks available to help out Mocha. The occult, an article?
言っておくが、俺は記事など書けないぞ。
We'll write an article, so don't worry about a thing. You can just be a reader contributor who experienced a summer of horror. Okabe-kun, Moeka.
投稿者？なんだそれは。
Reader contributed. They made a typo. You've seen them before, right? Reader contributed articles with photos attached to them. You know, supposedly true ghost sightings and the like. Basically, I want you to go to some haunted spots with me and snap some photos. I'll handle the writing. Moeka. It's because she's scared, isn't she? Oh, that's alright. We could be the cool. We could be cool for her. Can't we? Mocha wants me to take photos of stuff and she write the articles.
つまり、やらせに協力しろということか。
Don't stare at me like that. Horror rags come in two flavors. Those that aim for realistic terror and those that are clearly fake but enjoyable, like a haunted house of sorts. This magazine is mostly the latter. Most of the readers totally get that. Mocha. Is that really it? If that's all there is, I guess I wouldn't mind helping. Hell yeah! That said, the bit about haunted spots has me a little concerned. Where is she planning on taking me? After giving it some thought, I conclude that her answer to my next question will be the deciding factor.
バイト料はいくらになる？
Oh, you know. Mocha quietly points her index finger up.
まさかゼロ3つではないだろうな。
She shakes her head horizontally.
いいだろう、乗った。
There's no way I could say to no that to that kind of cash. The lab is in dire need of funding.
それでは詳しい話を聞かせてもらおうか。
that's how I ended up agreeing to help Mocha with her work. By the way, I don't believe in ghosts or the supernatural. The occult is just that. The occult. There's no need to fear things that have no basis in science. I'm definitely not scared. You're scared. Oh, I got a viewer. Hello there. 4 days later, it's finally time for me to help Mocha with her work. Mayushi saw your dad today. He knows when you'll be coming home. Cursed father, how long does he plan on treating me like a child? Our meeting place is in front of Akihabara Station. Even at night, the air temperature is high, and I'm getting damp with sweat just standing here. The asphalt and concrete walls have absorbed all the heat from the sun, meaning I'm basically being cooked. After roasting in the place for a while, I spot Mocha approaching from down the road.
しやし、こっちだ。
お待たせ。じゃあ行きましょう。
え、他のスタッフは取材に行くんだろ？
私たちだけ。
カメラマンとかいないのか？
She is a cameraman. Mocha takes a small digital camera out from her purse. Yeah, I thought so. It's the mirrorless SLR, trending among women lately. Yeah, no, I'm familiar with those cameras. I've used them before. I prefer the big ones, but I've used them.
撮影も俺たちで？
Well, yeah. Gotta make it feel more realistic that way.
そう。予算のない雑誌だし。素人の投稿写真だからうまいとダメ。
なるほどな。あ？そっちの袋は？
Mocha's carrying not just her purse, but a large paper bag.
撮影道具。
Tools? Just the camera should be more than enough, right? Or does she intend to set up lighting and all that stuff?
で、どこへ行くんだ？
Carry the bag for her.
そこ。
そこ？ってラジカン？
What? Mocha's pointing directly at the Radicon building. Okay. But there's something odd about it. It's different from how it normally looks. There's a sign on the building that says entry forbidden. It's completely sealed off. According to Daro, 50 years after its construction, Radicon had started to deteriorate. Additionally, since it didn't meet current earthquake resistance standards, the management decided that it needed to be rebuilt. As Akihabara's lights illuminate the city, Radicon stands out as a dark void in the night.
ラジカンに心霊スポットなんてあるのか？
So Radicon is technically closed, meaning nobody should be there, right? But I heard that at night you could hear a mysterious lady's voice in the building. There have also been tales of people seeing strange shadows too. Mocha. We're not gonna like run into Suzuha there or something, are we?
ほう、そんな噂があるんだな。知らなかった。
じゃあ中へ。
中へって勝手に入っていいのか？撮影許可を。
心霊特集だと許可下りない。
何ってことはまさかお前
忍び込む。
Hell yeah!
本気か。
I'm taken aback as I look at Mocha's expressionless face. She's serious. Still bewildered, I end up getting dragged into Rodicon with her.
なあ、いつもこんなことしてるのか、視圧師。
What do you mean, always doing things like this? What does that mean?
場合によっては。
Oh, lordy.
そうか。
何？
あ、いや。
I was just thinking about how unexpected all this has been. Mocha doesn't give off a very active image. I mean, sure, this is all for an article, but I still didn't think she'd be this bold.
それにしても非常灯すらついてないんだな。
I look around in the darkness. The inside of the building has been completely abandoned, and both the night lights and emergency lights are off. The only illumination is from the pen light Mocha's holding in her hand. With this tiny circle of light as our only guide, we slowly advance. We climb the stairs, eventually reaching the floor in question, a place rumored to be the site of various supernatural phenomena. It's summer, but the air feels strangely cold here. Oh god, I'm getting flashbacks. I hear sharp cracks and clanking sounds. I know I'm repeating myself, but I don't believe in the supernatural at all. You logically don't believe in it. But the right side of your brain is telling you there might be something in there. Phenomena like that are so absurd that a mad scientist the likes of myself can't help but laugh. I have issues with the plasma theory from that one professor that's always popping up on TV. If I had ever the opportunity to appear on a show about the supernatural, I'd have no problem saying this outright. Do ghosts exist? The answer is obvious. No! I suddenly hear a loud noise at my feet, causing me to leap several meters back. That is quite a jump, my guy. I cautiously look towards the place where the noise came from. I had apparently accidentally kicked a bucket.
What? 脅かすな。
Oh my god. Wouldn't you have felt it as well?
いや、大きな音に驚いただけだぞ。別に怖いとかそういうわけではないからな。
You know what? I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of like me. Mocha looks at me in silence, expressionless as usual. Come on, you gotta be cool for her. I bite my lip, reflecting upon my own cowardice. I was taken aback by a mere bucket. I'm sure Shining Finger is looking at me with disdain. Hui and Kilma shall never get over this disgrace.
なんだメールか。いやいや、びっくりなどしていない。
I'm really scared.
怖いのならそう言え、態度で示せ。俺だけ育児なしのヘタレに見えるだろう。
But if I speak, the ghosts might attack me, Mocha. Oh, yeah. Oh my god, ghosts.
お前は幼稚園の子供か。
Can we hold hands, Mocha? Aww.
は
Oh my god. Do you not want me to? I'm so scared. I just can't help it, Mocha. Aww. Oh, okay. Okay, that's adorable. I couldn't tell in the darkness up until now, but Mocha's tightly gripping my hand, trembling slightly. She feels kind of cold. Is it because she's scared?
ダメも何ももう握ってるではないか。
ごめん。
Aww.
ほら行くぞ。さっさと写真を撮ってしまおう。
Aww. Just to make things perfectly here, I'm not the type of virgin who turns red just from holding a girl's hand. Yes, you are, Okabe. Don't lie to me. I mean, come on, this is Shining Finger we're talking about. Sure, her hand's more slender, dainty, soft, and smooth than I... Slender, dainty, soft, smooth, and silky than I thought, but that's all! My heart definitely doesn't feel like it's gonna burst out of my chest or anything.
もしもし。そうだ、俺だ。現在、極秘ミッションを遂行中。状況は困難だが、決して絶望的ではない。
Yeah, baby!
おそらく、機関の連中に気づかれる前に完成できるだろう。
This is the sort of time to go on your chuny bullshit, you know?
貴様も十分に気をつけろ。いいな。ではまた連絡する。
Yes!
El
El Sai Kongru.
Kangaro.
Kongru. I like the way he said that.
ふう。
Aww.
なんだ。
そっちじゃなくてこっち。
Where are we headed anyway? It seems I'm about to head in the opposite direction down the hall. Reluctantly, I let Mocha pull me along by the hand deeper into the darkness of Radicon. Hey!
ここか。
Oh my god, wait a sec. This is the room! Oh my god.
そう。
It's this place. It's this place, guys. Oh my god. This area used to be a passage for the employees of the tenants who used to occupy the building. There's a mess of carts loaded with all sorts of things strewn about. It's impossible to see very far with only Mocha's penlight, but this is probably connected to a warehouse and cargo elevator. Okay, wait, did you not bring your own equipment along? Mocha finally lets go of my hand, takes the camera out of her bag, and starts snapping shots.
どうだ。なんか変なものが映りそうか。
Hey, stop it. I don't want something weird in the photo. Mocha.
貴様は何のためにここに来ているのだ。
Mocha it remains expressionless, but her eyes scream, "Oh right, ah ha ha ha," or at least that's how they look to me. She starts taking photos again. However, I don't know if I should call this unexpected, but after checking the photos, we find nothing even remotely suspect.
使えない。これじゃ。
諦めろ、始圧師。噂話などというのは往々にしてこんなものだ。
Go inside this room. Mocha keeps staring silently at the LCD screen. She suddenly sticks her hand into the paper bag she was carrying and pulls something out.
なんだそれ。
Mocha is holding a wig in her hand. One with long, long black hair. I don't know if this is intentionally the case, or if it's just not particularly well taken care of, but the hair is all tangled and twisted. It's super creepy.
私かぶるから取って。
何？
その柱の影から取って。
おいおい。
Are we really doing this? Won't it be obvious we're just making it all up? I received an email. Is she reading my mind? No worries. If anything, we got to go the extra mile, or the readers will be disappointed. Moeka.
そういうものなのか。
ある意味様式美の世界。
So it's more like literary. It's more literary. It feels more literary than it does like documentary. I don't really get what's supposed to be beautiful about all this, but, well, whatever. I extend my hand to grab the camera from Moeka, and then suddenly... Uh-oh. Is that the police? We hear footsteps. Mocha and I hurriedly turn off the pen light and crouch down. I cast my gaze in the direction where the sound is coming from, but I see nothing there. All we can hear are the creepy footsteps getting louder and louder. Mocha's clinging tightly to my arm, probably without realizing it. I feel a couple of large, warm, soft objects pressing against my arm. Ooh la la! Get it together, Hoikyoma. Get that mind out of the gutter. Is this place actually haunted? That's impossible, right? As I try to sort things out of my head, I look around and realize something. Due to the way the corridor is constructed, sound echoes around, making it seem like the footsteps are coming from the opposite direction. I turn around and as expected, I see the light of a flashlight peeking around from the corner. Mocha follows my eyes. Could it be a ghost hunter who snuck in here, or even a security guard on patrol? That's the last one, what I'm worried about.
まずいな。どこかに隠れないと。
The light turns the corner and starts heading our way. We search for a hiding place to lay low, not realizing there's some luggage piled up right behind us. Wait, is it Suzuha? Is it actually? Mocha and I end up knocking over the small mountain of stuff, falling onto our butts. I knew it! I hear the footsteps quickly getting closer to us. Mocha and I try to get to her feet to run away, but... My legs are swept out from under me. I flip over and fall to the ground face first just as a black silhouette leaps on top of me. Something hard is pressed against the back of my head. What's going on here? Did I accidentally wander into American slum or something? Oh my god. That's the true horror. You're in Detroit now. Unable to believe the situation I'm in, my entire body is frozen in place. Suddenly the tone of my assailant's voice changes. Huh? It's Suzuha! Come on! You gotta recognize her at this point. The assailant removes her leg from on top of me and helps me up. I look at my attacker only to see a familiar face staring right back at me.
お前バイト選手ではないか。
びっくりした。こんなとこで何やってんの？
それはこっちのセリフだ。驚かすな貴様。
驚かすなって言われてもさ、警備のバイトだもん。
何？
だからバイトだよ。ビルのオーナーに頼まれて見回りしてんの。
そうだったのか。しかし頭を吹っ飛ばすってずいぶん物騒な警備員だな。
She's not. She's lying.
ああ、これ懐中電灯だよ。
Suzuha spins around the pistol-shaped flashlight she's holding. When she pulls the trigger, the LED on the end lights up. Oh, Suzuha's awesome.
見事に騙された。凄まじい殺気だったぞ。
She did. She did. She actually did. And Suzuha attacked me. I could feel a terrifying aura flowing from her. How can I put it? It actually felt like she had a real gun.
そりゃそうだよ。なんだってさ、不審者相手に。ああ、よく考えたら君たち二人も不審者じゃん。
Yeah, technically, yeah. Suzuha raises her voice like she suddenly remembers something important. Damn it, I was trying to dance around the subject.
ちゃんと説明しなきゃ許さないよ。場合によってはお仕置きだからね。
いや、そのな。
Punishment? What does she mean by punishment? Just thinking about the way she had her flashlight pressed down to the back of my head sends a chill down my spine. Pouring the police, probably. What can I decide to spill it all?
心霊スポットの撮影？
It's probably just her. Suzuha frowns.
そうなんだ。すまん。
ごめんなさい。
It was just her the whole time. What did I tell you?
どうも変だと思ったらそんな噂があったんだね。
本当すまん。
いやまあ岡部倫太郎が捏造した噂じゃないし別にいいけど、記事の掲載は自粛してよね。分かった。あとさ、別にお説教するわけじゃないけど、
Suzuha puts her hands on her hips and starts to lecture us. For 40 what? For 40 long minutes. At a later date, I'd go on to complain to her about how long her lecture was. She'd respond saying that the uncle who looked after her hometown was big on lectures. I guess she picked up his bad habit. Is that you? Wait, no. Suzuha's 9 years old right now. Did you know that? Who is that? Wait, I feel like that's... I feel like that... Never mind. I sure would like to have a chat with that guy. Yeah, I know. It is you. It is you. It is you. Anyway, 40 minutes later, free at last, we scramble out of Radicon.
次、ここ。
Don't say that, Okarin. Your dad loves you. Don't say such disgusting things ever again. Whoa, hey! I mean, yeah, he does. I'm sure Okarin's dad cares about him very much, but, like... Okay, I mean, come on. I mean, I get it's a little gross, but, like, it's true.
ここ？でもここはお前ルカ子の家だぞ。
What the hell? What? Yeah, it's true that shrines often appear in urban legends and the like, but Yanabayashi Shrine of all places. It's located smack dab in the middle of a city, too.
心霊スポットがあるなんてルカ子からも聞いたことないがな。
だけど、これ。
Are we doing like a grand tour of all the places? Mocha shows me her cell phone. On her screen is a mobile site where urban legends and ghost enthusiasts gather. There's a thread here about Akihabara. Quite a few, actually. There are all sorts of rumors concerning this area. Yanabayashi Shrine in particular seems to be a hotspot for ghost stories. The ghost of a woman who threw herself into the ocean after being rejected by her love appears every night, nailing cursed dolls to the sacred tree. I don't even know where to start with that one. Oh my god. If you know, it's just... From stories about sobbing heard from the old well to a storehouse where a doll with growing hair is enshrined, there are nothing but ghost stories that people are trying to pass off as real.
なあ、どれもこれもものすごく嘘っぽいんだが。
そうかな。
Well, it doesn't matter.
ああ。
でも、一応調べる。
そうか。 じゃあルカ子を呼び出して。
Just then, I hear a voice from behind me.
京馬さん。
の
I turn around and see Lukaku conveniently standing by the shrine entrance.
おお、ルカ子か。
こんな時間にどうしたんですか？
From the looks of it, he's on his way back from the convenience store. I could see a bottle of mineral water and a few items poking out the top of the eco bag in his hands. Lukaku begins to happily trot over, but notices a figure standing next to me and stops in surprise.
桐生さん。こんばんは。こんばんは。
After looking back and forth at me and Mocha several times, he starts blinking rapidly.
どうしたのだルカ子。
He doesn't know.
いえ、その。もしかしてお二人はデートですか？
え？
いえ、なんでもありません。
Oh, come on, you dumbass.
それじゃ僕これで。
ちょっと待て。
I grab Lukaku's hand tightly as he tries to flee to his house. He's wearing a somber expression on his face. Oh no!
待ってくれ。お前に聞きたいことがあるんだ。少し時間をくれないか？
聞きたいこと？
ああ、実はな。ということで、今始圧師と一緒に取材をしてるんだが。
なんだ、そうだったんですか。京馬さんは桐生さんのお仕事の手伝いを。
For reasons beyond my comprehension, Lukaku's expression immediately brightens. He smiles at me. Oh lordy, he does not know.
そういえばこの前そんなこと言ってましたね。僕すっかり忘れてて変な誤解しちゃいました。
Okay, now this makes me feel kind of bad. Lukaku likes him even in this timeline. We'll get to your route eventually, Lukaku. Trust me.
誤解？
いいえ、なんでもないです。それでうちの神社に心霊スポットですか？
ああ、ネットで見つけた噂なんだが。
I fill Lukaku in on all the weird stories floating around.
幽霊ではないですが、ご神木にまつわる女性の話なら知っています。
本当か？
ええ。ぜひ聞かせて。
Mocha takes a notepad and a pen out from her bag.
はい、いいですけど。でもネットの話とは全然違いますよ。
Lukaku starts telling us the tale of Yanabayashi Shrine and the sacred tree. The shower period. What does that mean? The shower period's pretty darn freaking long. It starts out with a fascist hellhole in the beginning end, and towards the end, the middle half is a somewhat prosperous country, and by the end period, it is one of the most wealthy and prosperous countries in the world. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does the shower period mean? I don't understand. It's like saying during the reign of Queen Elizabeth. It's like what does that mean? That's so long. It said that a beautiful woman would visit Yanabayashi Shrine and a sacred tree every evening in the hopes of saving a young man dying from tuberculosis, an incurable disease at the time. she wouldn't miss a day of paying her respects no matter the weather. From time to time, she'd even visit the shrine despite being ill herself. 3 long years. Okay, so I'm going to presume this is around, like, interwar period. That seems very early. I'm just saying. 3 long years passed as this continued. The young man miraculously overcame the disease, returning to the woman he loved. Basked in the gentle sunlight, the sacred tree quietly watched over the couple as they tearfully embraced one another at Yanabayashi Shrine, finally reunited. Aww.
とまあそんな感じで涙なしには語れないお話なんです。
Yo, I like that. Aww. Oh, I like that. That is touching. Aww. It's kind of simple, but there's a charm to it. Come on.
どうしました？
Oh, come on. Look, I told you guys a great story.
海に身投げは？
そんなことしませんよ。呪いの人形。そんなもの出てきません。
ほら見ろ。やっぱりデタラメだったではないか、指圧師。
じゃあ、漆原さん。これとこれは。
Moga takes out her cell phone and shows Lukaku the stories about the sobbing heard from the old well and the storehouse where a doll with growing hair is enshrined. Lukaku's eyes open wide with terror as he reads the text.
おお、その2つは本当なんだな。
話聞かせて。
Moga takes her notebook and pen out again.
いえ、とても怖いお話だったので、つい悲鳴が。僕ダメなんですよ、こういうの。
There's stuff people made up. I don't think they're real.
でも、うちの神社に古井戸はありません。あと、人形も奉納されていません。
A well in the middle of Tokyo in the 21st century. Yeah, I bet there's a lot of it. I don't know. There could be an abandoned well around the place in a freaking museum. That technically counts as abandoned, doesn't it? A lot less scary when you put it that way, though.
もう諦めろ、指圧師よ。
Without a word, Mocha thrusts her hand into the paper bag she's carrying. She once again pulls out her ghost wig. On top of that, she also removes a straw doll, a long spike, and a hammer from the bag.
何ですかそれ。
Lukaku's face freezes in terror.
取って岡部君。ご神木にこれ打つから。
Well, okay, don't hurt the tree.
やめてください。ご神木にそんなことしちゃダメです。
Exactly. Luca's right. Faster than the speed of light, Luca's father dashes outside. I assume he heard his son's screams. He arrives just in time to see Shining Finger bring the ghost wig, holding the hammer like she's about to hit the sacred tree. He nearly turns us over to the police. Oh no, I hope that... Much like what happened at Radicon, Mocha and I find ourselves on the receiving end of a scolding. We scurry away from Yanabayashi Shrine like the remnants of a defeated army. It's past midnight.
もうこんな時間か。今日はそろそろ終わりにするか、指圧師。指圧師？
You have to treasure your mom and dad. That's true.
ん？
What, is it going to be our lab?
最後の手段だけど。
Mocha stands up and starts to walk. With a little choice, I follow after her.
ここは？
She led me to an apartment building that looked like it's seen some rough times over the years. It's basically a 2-story shack made of wood. The stairs and the other metal bits are covered in rust. The amateur paint job makes it look all that much worse. We're already 10 years into the 21st century, but this place looks like it's been frozen in time since the 1970s. Yeah, I wouldn't be so... That's the Showa period. The tail end of it, but, you know.
私のうち
Ooh la la.
2階上がって
Ooh la la.
あ、いや、しかし
I hesitate. Sure, this is for work, but is it really okay for me to barge into a woman's room this late at night? I mean, what if Kiryu, Papa, name subject to change, or Kiryu, boyfriend, name subject to change, are there?
遠慮いらない一人暮らし
あ、そうなのか。それならいい。よくないわ。こんな時間にまずいだろう。
Don't think too hard about it. Haha, oh Okame-kun, you silly head, don't worry, I trust you. Moeka, aww. Anyway, you're not into older women, right? You like cute, young cute girls like Shina-san and Makise-san, right? I bet that's because their skin is so soft and their hair is shiny. They're also the same age as Okabe. Their legs are nice and smooth, and I bet they even smell nice when they sweat. Jeez, I'm making myself depressed, crying emoji. Anyways, you're not going to try anything funny with me, right? Oh, she's insecure. Your skin's nice too. Well, to be fair, it is anime, kinda hard to tell. How am I supposed to react to this? Naturally, if I tell her I won't, she'll probably be pretty upset. But if we say the opposite, that's basically telling her I'm going to try something skeevy. Damn it, why do women always have to send such annoying texts?
ということで平気だから
Mocha, you've got quite the dirty mind.
そこ上がって階段
In the end, I'm unable to reply at all. I climb up the creaking stairs to the second floor. I'm led to a door that looks so thin and frail, it would probably open if I just applied a little bit of force to it. Oh my god, the flashbacks! Apparently, this is Mocha's place. If this were a TV drama, this is the part where Mocha would frantically turn to me and say, "Oh wait, just a little bit, just 5 minutes." In reality, Mocha says nothing as she unlocks the door. I mean, that's what Kurisu did with the hotel.
中汚れてるけどどうぞ
じゃあちょっとだけ。
Mocha probably has people over for meetings all the time, so I bet her apartment's fairly clean. That's why she's not worried about inviting me in. Damn, girl, you live like this? Damn, girl, you live like this? The main room is about 6 tatami mats large, with the kitchen being about 4.5. But the first thing I notice upon setting foot inside of her apartment is, well, the abundance of plastic shopping bags all over the floor. Crammed inside these bags are cans of alcohol, everything from beer to shochu to wine. Making matters worse, opened and unopened, oh my god. I'm not gonna pretend to be the most organized person in the world, but even I don't do... Well, no! My room is a military barrack compared to this. I mean, I can barely see it through. Making these weird opened and unopened cans are mixed together. She probably hasn't even noticed that some of them are unopened before she goes to buy more. Plastic bags full of obviously half-eaten sweets and sweets and snacks. Plastic bags full of obviously half-eaten sweets and snacks dot the corners of the room. Fortunately, unlike the messy homes you always see in TV, I don't see any empty bento boxes or raw garbage sitting around. Yeah, she's not... She's messy. I don't think she's unsanitary, though. Still, this is way more dire than I expected. Plastic shopping bags aren't even the worst of it. There are a pile of books and papers I assume she uses for research. Some of these piles have toppled over, scattering the contents all over the room. Various articles of clothing are piled onto the paper avalanche, making for some sort of chaotic piece of art. It almost resembles a multicolored shaved ice in some weird way. Mocha's basically the perfect example of a woman who can't clean, derived from the American counselor Sari Solden's book, American Women with Attention Deficit. Mistranslated into Japanese as women who can't clean. Resulting in widespread misunderstandings that have stuck to this day. I mean, I'm hardly one to talk. My room isn't exactly something to be proud of. My room's not that bad. But is it sure as hell isn't the surreal experience that this is?
その辺座って。
ああ、悪いな。
Where am I supposed to sit? I can't say this out loud, so I tidy up one of the mountains of paper and sit down atop it. I ask Monoko a question, all while attempting not to touch anything in the fear of causing a tiny avalanche.
で、この部屋は出るのか？あ、いや、取材場所に選んだってことは何か出るんだよな。
I glance around her room. Considering its long years of filth and corruption, I wouldn't be surprised if evil spirits had latched onto this place.
別に。
で、おい！だったらただのボロアパートではないか。
Basically. You're the worst. Don't call my place a trash bin. Crying emoji. Mocha. It's not like I've ever seen ghosts or anything here, but these kinds of old apartments always tend to have some kind of weird supernatural stuff, right, Mocha?
適当だな、おい。
Does she need to? What was the point of everything we went through at Roddy Gun and the Shrine? Oh my god. Didn't I tell you this was my last resort? I didn't want to do this. Mocha.
それで、どんな心霊現象にするのだ？
Mocha digs through the stuff on her table and excavates a sheet of paper out of it. It's an A4 size printout and seems to be something along the lines of a personal journal. Nice! Okay, the apartment I live in has abnormally low rent. The place gave me bad vibes from the outside, but hey, I wasn't going to complain at a press like that. How are things coming up? Things were off from the very first night I spent there. Whenever I tried to go to sleep, I could feel someone's eyes on me. But this room is 2 stories up. So my sleepless nights continue. I finally asked my friend to come stay with me. He came at night, saw me scared out of my mind, and laughed at me. He then took photos of different parts of my room. Wouldn't it be funny if something showed up in them? He joked. But then, as he looked over the photos, his face stiffened and grew pale. That's right, he saw something terrible in one of the photos. This is that photo. Okay, get it now. This is the sort of story you see pop up in ghost shows on TV all the time. This is the part where they show the photo. I'm betting they're all forged, just like we were trying to do just not right now.
じゃあ早速写真。
いや、ちょっと待って、始圧師。この部屋、そのまま撮るのか？
Yeah, don't you have any private information?
だってお前いくらなんでも荒れすぎだろう。
At this rate, her article's not going to be about ghosts. It's going to end up being a feature on women who can't clean. Oh my god. Oh my god.
そう
Mocha quickly realizes what I'm trying to avoid saying directly.
片付ける待ってて
俺も手伝おう。
いい座っててすぐ済むから
Mocha starts to clean her room. But the more she cleans, the messier it gets. What? In some weird way, she's actually kind of incredible. She tries to sort through her books. Her attention is drawn to the documents poking out from in between the pages, so she starts trying to file those. But then she notices that there's dust on the shelves where she's filing the documents, so she takes out a handy mop and starts wiping them down. Upon realizing that the handy mop she's using is already filthy, she stops attempting to file her documents and instead opens a kitchen cabinet to find a replacement head. Many of the plates in the cabinet look ready about to fall, so she hurriedly takes them out in order to reorganize the cabinet. Upon noticing that the plates are somewhat dirty, she abandons swapping out the mop head and starts vigorously scrubbing the plates in the sink. Eventually, Mocha returns to her senses.
おかしい私お皿を洗ってるなぜ
ねえ掃除は俺がする。貴様は写真の準備をしておけ。
You know, okay, first off, Mocha definitely. Okay, I feel like she actually does have ADD. Number one. Number two, yeah, she can't clean. Unable to watch any further, I finally shout orders at her.
うんなんとか見られるようになったな。
Okay, good. This is workable.
岡部君すごい
いや感心されるほどではないが。
Mocha can't clean to save her life, but there's no way I can say that to her face. That'd just be mean.
あとはこの段ボールをちょっとキッチンへ移動するぞ。
I pick up a cardboard box that's taken up residence in the corner of the room. But
悪い。
the box is unexpectedly heavy, throwing me off balance. It ends up tipping over and spilling its contents all over. It was full of paperback novels. Mocha hurriedly starts to pick them up. As I help her out, I notice that they're all the exact same book. I knew it. My Rainbow Volume 1. That's what the front cover says.
これって
Isn't this that popular cell phone novel that Mayuri and the others mentioned before? Is this a physical edition? I take a look at the band around the book. Girls throughout Japan cried their eyes out. The definitive edition of the cell phone novel.
なんだ始圧師もこの小説のファン。
I cut myself off. No, there's more to that than that. No matter how big of a fan someone is, they wouldn't buy this many copies of the exact same book. She's the writer, I keep telling you! Mocha hurriedly packs the book back into the box and seals the top. She then shoots me an email. No point in keeping it secret now. Scratching head emoji. Mocha.
何
Whoops. The truth is, Tiki, I'm the author. The author of this novel is me, Mocha.
え
Unable to parse what she's getting at, I sit there in shock.
指圧師が書いた
Boom. It is pretty obvious, I'm gonna say.
ってことは作者なのか
My eyes dart back and forth between Mocha and the box of books.
なんでお前が
Why not?
というか作者は高校生なんだろ
これ内緒の話だけど
Well, she was a high schooler at some point. According to Mocha, the user submission of her novel was uploaded to is run by the digital contents division of the company where she works Arc Rewrite. Apparently Mocha helps out on that end too. My Rainbow was originally a cell phone novel written by a high school girl, but about halfway through the story, the young lady had ran into a wall. Her talents could take her no further. However, her novel had attracted a huge number of... She's a ghostwriter? Of readers, and after some struggles, Arc Rewrite decided to continue it with Mocha as its ghostwriter.
そんなことがあるんだな驚いた
Wow. I look at the box full of books, then back at Mocha. I think back to a few days earlier when she refused to read My Rainbow aloud. It all makes sense now. Of course she'd be too embarrassed to read her own work in front of others. What about the earlier editions, then? Mocha nods her head in response to my conclusion. Given the high marks it's getting from my lab mems, it sounds like a pretty interesting little novel. I never thought Shining Finger had this kind of talent. Mocha's about as expressionless as ever as I compliment her, but... Teehee, this is really embarrassing, but please, seriously, please keep this a secret between us, Mocha. She still manages to send me an email. We clean out the rest of our apartment, which means it's time to dim the lights and get ready to snap some photos. Mocha puts on her ghost makeup and dons the wig from earlier. And so...
What?
I instinctively shout out. Mocha climbed out of the window. This is the second floor. Not only that, but as far as I can see, there's no terrace or veranda out there. The only thing keeping her from becoming a tragic headline is that little bit of rail attached to the window frame. In other words, Mocha had to latch her hands and feet onto the protrusions on the wall. She's clinging to them like some bizarre ghost spider. She proceeds... Yeah, don't become an actual ghost. She proceeds to close the window, then stares inside with a resentful look on her face. Quick, snap the photo before something breaks and she becomes an actual ghost. We don't want that. This is no friendly neighborhood Spider-Woman. Look, I'm legitimately terrified, okay? You're terrifying, Shining Finger. Do it, quick! Mocha's agonized voice sounds like the groans of the dead wandering their way through purgatory. I set up the tripod and attach the camera on top, then activate the timer. Since I'm playing the role of the apartment's resident, I have to make sure I'm on the edge of the frame. The flash shines and the shutter snaps. With backups in mind, I take several more photos. The terrifying Spider-Woman opens the window and slinks back inside the room. Oh, okay. She slumps forward, her arms and legs, likely tired, and starts crawling along the floor towards me. The tangled hair covering her face reaches down the floor. From behind the strands of hair, bloodshot eyes glare back at me. Come on, it's Mocha! What is this, a horror film? I end up taking another photo. After removing the ghost makeup, Mocha looks at the camera screen with a satisfied expression on her face.
いや、お前の熱演があったからな。
I think about the earlier spectacle and feel a cold chill run down my spine. Restless nights, here I come.
それじゃあ俺のバイトもこれで終わりってことでいいか
Hold on. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah.
ならそろそろラボに帰る
そう。
I glance up at the clock. Considering how late it is, I really shouldn't be here any longer. I stand up and turn to the entrance. It's then that Mocha suddenly grabs the sleeve of my shirt.
お腹
お腹
すかね。
え
What's she thinking? I take a moment to assess the current state of my stomach.
まああちこち歩き回って小腹が空いていないこともないが
何か作るけど。
I don't know. Can we trust that?
Eh?
Mocha's facing the floor, but I can see her eyes shyly looking up at me. Even looking directly into her eyes, I can't read Mocha's thoughts. I guess she wants to thank me for helping out. I accept her offer. I mean, she's going out of her way to be nice, and I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious as to what she's going to make. The corners of Mocha's mouth raise just slightly, as though she's happy at my response, and then she cheerfully heads to the kitchen. I sit down in front of the round table and stretch out my legs. With the place looking presentable, I can finally relax a little bit. Hearing the sounds of cooking from the kitchen, and with nothing in particular to do, I aimlessly look around the room. Now that I finally have the chance to let it sink in, it dawns on me on how unbelievably plain her place is. There's hardly any furniture at all. A round folding table for eating on, an old-looking chest, and a low table for doing work. Describing this place as lonely would be an understatement. It's just so cold. Despite how messy it all is, it just doesn't feel like someone actually lives here.
好き嫌いある。
いや特に
じゃああり合わせでいい。
ああそんなに気を使わなくていいぞ
What's she planning on making? Up until now, I'd never considered the idea of Mocha cooking food. This feels new. It's pretty common in video games for there to be a scene where the heroine cooks the protagonist a meal. They tend to be really emotional moments. I can't even begin to count the number of times I've seen Daru collapse in front of his PC from the moe overload. But then there are also cases where the food is so bad that the protagonist nearly dies. The heroine then replies with something along the lines of, "No way, why? I worked so hard on it." Again, I can't count the number of times I've seen Daru collapse in front of his PC after a scene like this. I wonder which pattern Mocha's going to fall into. Probably the latter. As I try to predict the future, Mocha exits the kitchen. She's holding a tray in her hands. On top of the tray, I spot two delicious-smelling yakisoba uma cups. that actually sounds kind of good.
想像の斜め上を行くやつだな貴様は
嫌いだった。
いやどちらかといえば好物だが
じゃあはい。
I just accept it with grace. Don't even say that out loud, buddy. I grab one of the cups from Mocha and break my chopsticks in two.
いただきます
いただきます。
For a brief period of time, the only sounds coming from this dumpy apartment are our slurping noises. Wait a second, what the hell am I doing here at a time like this? As I glance at Mocha eating yakisoba, I suddenly snap to my senses. And then, Clank, clank, I hear the sound of someone climbing the stairs outside. They're trying to hide the sound of their footsteps given what time it is, but they're failing spectacularly. The moment she hears someone approaching, Mocha stands up, unusually flustered.
どうした？
隠れて。
What?
何？
押し入れ。早く。
え？
Still at complete loss, I'm forcibly stuffed into the bottom section of the closet. Mocha grabs the yakisoba from my hands.
音立てないで。
Mocha throws the rest of my belongings into the closet with me before shutting the door. It looks like I'll be sharing closet space with the futon Mocha always uses when she goes to bed. I'm not saying that. I was about to say something, but I'm surrounded by a sweet fragrance. Oh, okay. The question I was about to ask what it smells like, but I guess I guess it answers for me. Mocha's no doubt, and my head starts to spin. I need to stay focused now. It's not the time to morph into some Daru-like pervert. Why not? What else do you got to do in here? Finally realizing the situation I can feel fear setting in. Don't worry, I live alone my ass. I knew it. Kiryu Papa, name subject to change, or Kiryu Boyfriend, name subject to change, is on their way. Whoever it is must be huge if we can hear their footsteps all the way from here. I'm screwed. They find out I'm right here. Even the immense magic power that burns in my right hand might not be enough to escape this nightmare scenario.
これは俺のイメージじゃない。押し入れでの災難はダルの役だ。
Poor Daru. Sweat pours down my brow, unrelated to my temperature or humidity, as I hold my breath. Yeah, that's
Oi.
fear sweat.
萌か
It's Mr. Braun. It's Mr. Braun. From the other side of the door, I can hear a deep voice that screams, "Man who will murderize me if he finds me." It's Mr. Braun. The voice is that horrifying. Can you not identify voices? In the darkness, I grab what I can only assume is a handkerchief of some kind. I wipe my brow with it. Those are going to be panties or something, aren't they? It doesn't take long before I'm immediately drenched in sweat again, so I grab another handkerchief. The cold sweat. Those are panties or something. I swear, I know it. I know how these stories work, guys. The cold sweat just keeps pouring out of me.
今開ける。
I hear the apartment door creak open as Mocha responds to the mystery man. The murderizer exchanges some words with Mocha. I then hear him stomp his way into the room. I swallow the air and attempt to peek into the room through a crack in the door. I hold one of the pieces of cloth to my mouth in an effort to keep myself from yelling.
おう今日は随分と片付いてるじゃねえか
Mr. Braun? You have to be kidding me. How did this worst case scenario somehow get even worse? I sink further into the closet despite knowing that it'll provide me little protection from the beast on the other. Come on, what do you see him for? I mean, yeah, sure, he works with CERN, but so does Mocha, actually. The more I move, the more of a mess Mocha's closet becomes. I find myself covered in small pieces of cloth, many of which I've just used to wipe away my sweat. But why does she have so many handkerchiefs? I know. I take a closer look and... I immediately put my hand over my mouth to keep myself from screaming. With my eyes having adjusted in the darkness, I finally get a good long look at what I thought were handkerchiefs. It turns out I was very, very wrong. Damn it, Shining Finger! What are you doing just throwing your bras and panties in here? I knew it! I knew it! You're a woman, right? Put this stuff away. I hurriedly toss away the panties in my hand, the very same ones I'd been using to cover my mouth. If nothing else, at least they're clean. Arg, this sucks! This is the sort of situation a character like me should be in! This is Daru's territory! Come on, Okabe, you gotta enjoy it.
おう萌かこれ持ってきてやったからよ
Mr. Braun sits down with a thud and places a plastic bag on the round table. The bag contains everything from meat to vegetables, a real treasure trove of foods.
こんな時間にすまねえな明日でもよかったんだがなんだか急におめえの顔が見たくなったな
ありがとう。
どうだ ちゃんとしたもの食ってるか？
Aw, Mr. Braun's awesome, honestly.
レトルトやカップ麺だけじゃダメだぜ。
Liars. We were just eating yakisoba a minute ago. Of course I'm in no position to chime in.
仕事は忙しいのか？
This is kind of interesting. I'm also writing like a horror story right now. There's a writing competition. Ugh. And the prompt this time is horror story. Let's hope I actually make it.
そうか。でも無理はするなよ。仕事ってのは生きるためにするもんだ。仕事で寿命を縮めちまったら、それこそ本末転倒だ。
We all want a dad like Tenaji. This is a terrifying monster of a man that I'm familiar with. His eyes are the same as when he's talking to Nai. Hell, even his tone is much gentler. Mr. Braun did say he was Motoko's legal guardian. I guess he must drop by with food every so often. Mr. Braun's much more of a loving father than his face would suggest.
仕事といや、おめえ、あいつとなんかやってるそうじゃねえか。
あいつ？
岡部だよ。
Me? I nearly stuffed one of Mocha's undergarments into my mouth to keep myself from yelling, but managed to snap to my senses before making a fatal mistake. That was a close one.
岡部君？
おう、さっきな、駅前でうちのバイトに会ったんだよ。そしたら、おめえと岡部が、一緒にいたって言うからよ。
See, Mr. Braun must have heard about the whole Roddy-con thing from Suzuha. That's why he's here so late.
別に変なことしてない。
いや、それは分かってる。俺はおめえを信用してるし。岡部もまあ適当でいい加減でだらしなくてバカな男だが、それなりにいいやつだとは思ってるんだ。あのバカやその仲間のおかげでおめえもだいぶ明るくなったしな。
私が？
あ、
そうかな。
ああ、あいつらといるといい顔してるぜ。
Aww, Mr. Braun. Mocha looks down at the floor, preventing me from seeing her face.
そんな風に照れるとこなんて初めて見た。
岡部君やみんなとても優しい。一緒にいて楽しい。
Aww.
そうかそうか。なら多少の迷惑は我慢してあいつらに部屋を貸しといてやるかな。
What did I tell you? He's a great guy. Mr. Braun lets out a hearty laugh as he stands up.
ま、おめえが幸せなら何も言うことはねえさ。頑張れ。
Oh, we all need a dad like Ted. We all need a dad like him.
邪魔したな。そろそろ帰るぜ。
He's a great guy.
お茶入れる？
また今度ごちそうになるよ。ナイが一人で寝てんだ。心配で仕方ねえ。
そう。
それじゃあな。
Aww. Bro, I love that. Mr. Braun heads to the door, vanishing from my line of sight. Mocha disappears after him.
ああ、そうだ。最後にもう一ついいか？もういいか？おめえよ。惚れた男ができたときは相手にちゃんと伝えなきゃダメだぜ。男ってのは鈍いからな。言わなきゃわかんねえ。
I bet he's talking from personal experience with his wife or something.
特にあの野郎。色恋沙汰に関しちゃ。
Oh, he's caught on.
何のこと？
好きなんだろ、あのバカが。
I pressed my face into the pillow right behind me. Nothing else here is usable to muffle out my scream. Oh my god. What did Mr. Braun just say? She likes that idiot? Who's that idiot? What idiots do I know right now? There's Daru. I can't believe Mocha has the hots for Daru. No, hold on. Something about it seems off. Mocha and Daru are too much of a mismatch. Then that means Mayuri? I guess she can be a dummy in some ways. No, that's not it. Mayuri's a girl. I don't think Mocha swings that way. My mind is racing in circles. Oh my god. Ugh.
違う。
そうなのか。でもあいつの話をしてる時のおめえは随分と嬉しそうだぜ。
だからそれは
ほんと照れてるおめえがこんなに可愛いとは思わなかったよ。
God damn it, I want to see the faces.
ま、俺の勘違いってことにしといてやるか。じゃ、また明日な。
Mr. Braun laughs and closes the door behind him. I hear his heavy footsteps growing distant, and the apartment is suddenly filled with silence. It's almost like the quiet after a storm. I can hear Mocha approaching the closet.
岡部君、もう大丈夫？
She says nervously as a sliding door opens up. I take an exaggerated breath of air and tumble out of the closet. If it's not clear, I'm trying to make it seem like I didn't hear that last part of their conversation.
いや、全くもって不測の事態だったな。ミスター・ブラウンの襲来と。俺の存在が察知されなかったのは、奴にとっても我々にとっても良好だったかもしれん。もしも俺とミスター・ブラウンが相まみえることになっていたら、この呪われた右手がついに発動していただろう。本当に一触即発だった。
Phew! I wipe my sweaty hand using my sleeve. I try to make this gesture as exaggerated as possible.
なんだ。
ごめんなさい。変なところに押し込んで。
My entire body is covered with Mocha's undergarments. Her underwear is all over me, and even the sleeve I used to swipe my sweat has a bra stuck to it. It looks huge, an F cut maybe. Ooh! I shake my entire body to try and get them off.
別にクンカとかしてないからな。
平気。洗濯してあるか
You
ら。
might need to wash them again.
ああ、当たり前だ。大四畳半惑星か、ここは。それじゃあ俺もそろそろ退散するぞ。ミスター・ブラウンが戻ってくるようなことがあったら面倒だからな。
I start feeling embarrassed for many reasons, so I hurriedly gathered my belongings and head to the door. But there's no sign of my shoes. Mocha must have hidden them before Mr. Braun's raid.
靴、ここ。
Mocha opens the refrigerator. Ew, what? You put your shoes in the refrigerator? There's almost nothing inside. Well, except for my shoes, which are now ice cold, by the way.
お殿様が熱くないよう冷やしておきました。
Ah, she can joke.
なんちゃって。
Aww.
やかましいわ、猿。
Monkey, what? The nickname used to Hideyoshi when he's still serving Nobunaga. Oh! Quiet monkey. In the midst of this sweltering night, I put on my shoes and march outside, my feet icy cold. Well, actually, that's quite nice.
明日はというかもう今日か練習に来られるのか
仕事の前にちょっと寄れるどうも
そうかじゃあその時にな
I wave and say goodbye to Mocha, then start to make my way to the lab. Me now. It's from Mocha. So about what happened back there, please don't worry about it, okay? Just forget it ever happened to Mocha. When I turn around, Mocha's still standing at the bottom of her apartment stairs, looking at me. What exactly is she referring to? So much went down back there. Is she talking about her underwear or... In the end, still confused, I reply to her. Back there? What are you talking about? So much happened that I'm not even sure what you're referring to. If you're not sure what I mean, then don't worry about it. Good night, Okabe-kun. Moeka. When I tilt my head to the side, Mocha makes a cute bye-bye gesture to me. Aww. Having never seen Mocha behave like this before, I feel my heart skip a beat. Oh, okay. Melancholia lost happiness. Okay, I get that a quick save, but I think this is a good place to leave it off. Boom. Okay, that was nice. That was fun. I will be leaving it off at here, I think. So yeah, I'm enjoying this. I had a lot of fun with this. Mocha's route, I heard Mocha's route and Mayuri's route are one of the best ones here. So yeah, I'm just hoping you guys are enjoying this so far. It doesn't seem to be doing as well as the original, but I guess that's to be expected. And of course, on Friday I will be streaming Karawa Shoujo, so please do come see that as well. And or you could just watch it as a VOD. I don't really care, honestly. Doesn't matter, same difference. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed that video, folks. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment if you haven't done so already. And make sure to smash that bell. Don't seem like I have any chats today. Doesn't matter. I'll get some later. Anyways, guys up, and you guys are awesome. I will see you all in the next stream. Bye-bye.